Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda the Decapitator decapitating things. As we finished off the last of a gothic wolf pony pack, our great spheres of fire attracted some unwanted attention to us. Fortunately, we've dealt with anti-priests before, and while myself and the rest of my team bravely readied ourselves for combat, Bjorn, bravely, hid himself behind a pillar. Hjani and I did what we do best, namely headshotting, decapitating, and dehandinating stupid hobgoblins. More flaming balls caused some discomfort to the bad guys. Meanwhile, Bjorn did manage to fire off a nice shot into an evil cleric, but then he was hit by what he claims was a fear spell, and sent running out of battle. So we followed a slightly yellow trail in the snow, where we found him in conversation with a mysterious scholar named Gop.
Title this episode, Molest is More.
Oh, no.
We've got it. We've done it.
No. Yeah, I'm already sniffing, even though I took an antihistamine before tonight to try and avoid it.
Suppository is more effective.
It's all the rats. You must be allergic to rats.
I must be.
Rats.
Rats off to you.
Rats off to you. Okay, so now we are officially going to... Everything after this sentence is going to be potentially part of the next episode.
Hang on. Pee pee poo cut. Whistle, fuck. Molest is more. Molest.
But before we get back into it, we have to tot up some experience points from the previous session. First of all, I want to announce that we gave some XP bonuses individually to Onas for some great scenes. And then I went right ahead and totally snubbed Bjorn's great scene where he broke down tearfully in front of the prince upon learning that you'd made it to elite ranger team.
Do you guys remember that?
Hacky, yes.
I don't.
I'm going to award you like a 300-point bonus.
Whoa, okay.
For that. In the previous session, you defeated 6 wolves, 2 clerics of anti-theophany, and 6 hobgoblins. The 6 wolves is 1,800, the 2 clerics is 600, and the 6 hobgoblins are worth 900. So altogether, DM does some quick paper scratching. It's 3,300 points divided between 4 of you, and we'll round up to the nearest 100. So what's that? Maths geniuses.
Mathies.
Let's give you 900 points each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
sure.
pretty good.
I said round up by the hundreds, so it was a good job.
Sweet.
And let's declare hit points then before we go off. Who's wounded
Good
and who's
idea.
at what? So let's start with Onas.
I am wounded, but not severely. I currently have 20 hit points out of a total of 25.
Seyda.
I have a bit of a scratch. I have 32 out of 47.
Okay, let's go to Bjorn.
I have 16 out of 23.
And Hjani.
I have 21 out of 26.
You are standing in the pine forest surrounding Sulasatani, a gigantic black monolith atop a long ridge. The ridge overlooks the snow-filled valley where you landed your golden ornithopter. From here, though, you cannot see the icy river and crisp snow because the trees form a close canopy above you. The area is like a dim green cavern with a frost-hardened earthen floor. You see your breath on the chill air. You also note the strange pale vines hanging between the pine trunks. With you is Gop, an aged scholar. He walks by the long obsidian wall, the south side of the monolith. Behind you is the top of the stone steps that descend the hillside from where you arrived. Hi, I'm Gop.
Hey, Gop.
Hi, Gob.
What's been going on between you and Bjorn here?
I just got here and met the guy.
You guys were having a bit of a conversation when we arrived, and
Well, who are you? May I know your name, sir?
I'm a noted scholar and scribe and sorcerer Onas Ondiri. Perhaps you have heard my name before?
I have not, but I am noted scholar scribe Gop.
Well, maybe we should get together and
Scholar and
compare-
scribe
scholar
together.
and scribe together sometime.
Sure. And who is your tall lady friend?
And my name is Seyda the Decapitator.
Wow. A formidable title.
It is a formidable title, thank you.
But may I ask, do you actually decapitate people?
I decapitate lots of things, not just people.
Good, because this is one thing I can't abide. Gop does not abide false titles.
Oh, well, you're okay because I've decapitated hundreds of things. Ask these guys.
It's very accurate.
That's also a very specific thing to not abide, false titles. Is that
And your elven friend with the fine blade.
Oh, that's me. Though I'm also the taller lady friend because you're a really short guy.
That's true. You are all way taller than me, I notice. I feel like I'm in a forest of giants.
As you should, because we're all elite rangers.
I was just
Heroes
talking...
of the realm.
Oh, then I doff my cap to you. Had I a cap, I would doff it. Now, what I was just asking your friend Bjorn, who seemed a little out of his senses a moment ago. Now he's fine. What brings you to this place? It's strange for me to meet other travelers here.
Go on, Flyboy. Tell him why we're here.
Well, it's a long story. But we are here. We've been on the trail of the anti-theophanists. Those guys down the valley. Have you seen them? Have they been up here?
No, nobody's been up here.
Okay, they're some pretty bad people, and we came here because I had a vision regarding this place and the city that used to be here, but is now gone. Do you know anything of the city that used to be here?
Interesting. You say these people are bad, but you mean bad like worse than a warrior who has wantonly decapitated hundreds of people and goes around calling herself the Decapitator?
It's a true title.
She decapitates for justice.
Mm-hmm.
It's very just decapitation.
How do you feel about theophany?
Anti-theophany.
Or theophany?
Or theophany, yeah.
What is that? That word is new to my vocabulary.
Some scholar this is.
Here, I have a pamphlet that perhaps you'd like to read. All the information is in here. But basically, they are a kind of a death cult who have lots of hobgoblins, and they like to do bad stuff.
They do much worse things than decapitating wolves.
As one scholar to another, may I borrow that tome and
Of
study
course.
it?
Here's this pamphlet on anti-theophany. Have a borrow.
I like you, sir.
I like me too.
You are a scholar and a gentleman and an elf.
Yes. There's so many titles that could be applied to me, all of which are true, and I don't even list them because, too many.
Is there any way I may help you?
Well, what are you doing here, Gop?
Research.
On what?
This tower.
So what have you found out about this tower?
Yeah, what have you discovered, Gop?
I have only found out one thing, which is how to go into it. As you see, its long obsidian walls are featureless and smooth with no doors, but around the corner, on the west face, I have discovered how to open an entrance.
How?
Well, I can show you if you want. It's simply a matter of perspective, a simple illusion.
Well, actually, before we do that, Gop, what are you studying about these towers? What
Yeah,
what
what's
are you
your
trying?
thesis?
What are you trying to learn?
Now, my learned friend Onas will understand this.
Of course.
I plan to return to my city and publish works on this, so my premise is a carefully guarded secret. I wouldn't want to get home and found I'd been ripped off or beaten to the
Yes,
punch.
of course.
This is, I'm really sorry, but this book would be my livelihood when I return.
Well, I hope that we spend enough time together for us to build up enough trust where you can maybe reveal something of your research to me.
Yes, there may be someday, Master Onas, where we sit down over a civilized glass of wine and discuss this.
Perhaps even collaborate.
Yeah, Onas normally just deals in like poetry and terrible biographies. So,
And terrible poetry.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
terrible poetry, biographies, and saving your life on many occasions.
You know
Just
what? I'm
small,
sure I've
trivial,
returned the favor
non-important
at least
things
once
like
or
that.
twice. So it doesn't really matter.
Would you like to see the entrance?
Yep.
Yes.
Certainly.
Okay, Gop leads you along the wall in this still, natural cavern of trees and canopy with the strange white vines, almost web-like in appearance, linking the tops of the trees. And you eventually reach the corner and turn onto the next face of the monolith. About halfway down in front of it is a large clearing. And it looks like there are no doors there. And he says, this is the place. And the ground is sort of frozen and a bit wet. The snow can't come through the canopy, but it's cold enough to kind of freeze up the ground, but then it kind of turns into puddles. One thing you do notice is off at the edge of this clearing, where the sort of tree trunks become thicker and it goes into darkness, there appears to be something lying there, sort of like dead body sized, and Gop doesn't appear to have noticed. He is standing in the middle, sort of sizing up the wall, looking at it, holding his thumb up, trying to sort of work out a position.
What's that thing over there? Do you see it? That body.
Should one of
shape
us
thing.
go poke it?
I go up and take a look at this body-sized shaped thing.
Bjorn walks over to the edge of the clearing, and you see clearly an anti-theophanite cleric. Not a high priest. He doesn't have the full head helmet, but he has the robes, lying face down, dead, and like frozen. But he can't be that long. It's not like a sort of rotted corpse or a skeleton, but he's obviously, the temperature is keeping him fresh. But you estimate he's probably been dead like not longer than 2 or 3 weeks, and then he's been frozen. So it's the face down frozen corpse of an anti-theophanite. Bjorn, you are the one over there looking at this right now.
Okay. I search the anti-theophanite, his frozen robes.
Yeah, his robes are totally frozen over, and you'll have to use something to like chip away to get into his pockets.
My dagger. I start chipping away with my dagger, kind of banging the hilt of my dagger with my palm.
While you're doing that, Gop makes a sort of delighted exclamation and twiddles his fingers together, and he says to Onas, "Stand here on the exact spot that I am."
Okay. I stand on the exact spot that he is, though,
Okay.
after he moves.
Yeah, he just shuffles out the way to let you stand, and from this point, it looks like there's a normal-sized arched doorway in the side of the
Intriguing.
wall. And he goes, "There it is. If you walk from here in a straight line, you won't lose sight of it."
How did you do this?
Well, I was just walking around looking for a door, and I found that there's an exact spot where it appears to you, and then if you walk directly to it from that spot, it appears to stay.
Interesting. Well, did you walk through it already?
Not yet. I am but an unarmed scholar, and I was unsure of how to progress.
What
Guys,
can we
yeah.
expect to find inside there, Gop?
I've not been inside yet.
But you're doing research on these tower things. Surely you have some idea?
Well, there are many myths and stories that I have researched, details of which shall be published forthwith, but not shared with unscholarly
Yeah.
types.
I am in earshot, am I not?
You are, and you find that it seems that before freezing, somebody has stripped the pockets. He doesn't even have a belt.
Dag. Gop, how long have you been here searching for answers or whatever you're looking for?
About a week or so. My tent is yonder in the woods.
Okay, Gop.
Yes.
As a scholar to another,
Yes.
I cast Charm Person.
Okay, so the save against Charm Person is what, and I always write this down and look for it. It is
yeah.
the DC. It's on the back, isn't it? Your sheet. It's like a number plus the spell level plus your charisma bonus.
It's not on the back of my sheet, I'm afraid. But
there should be a column by the spells there which says spell save
Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, so my spell save.
for level 1 spells. What does the number say?
Okay. Spells level 1, my spell save is 14.
Yeah, that means what do other people need against
Oh, does it? Oh, okay, clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we didn't put it up because it's the...
It's 14 for level 1, first level.
Okay, so 14. So Gop needs to make a saving throw against 14 with his bonus. You cast Charm Person on Gop.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, you can't tell if it has had an effect or not.
Okay, so I put my arm on Gop's shoulder and lead him to the side so that we're conferring together. And I say, "Look, Gop, I know you might not want to share your research with these people. God knows I wouldn't. But you can trust me. I'm a scholar and I understand the importance of not plagiarizing people. So you have my word as a fellow scholar that I will not reveal anything you wish to tell me. But you can't expect my party to go in there without knowing something about what we might expect."
Gop appears to strangely struggle to speak as if he's desperately trying to resist but can't. And he just blurts out 2 words. Strangely enough, in that ancient elven dialect you've learned to read. Bizarrely. And they are unfamiliar to your ears, but a rough translation from your study you've been doing over the past few weeks comes up with 2 words, both of which are sort of weird to you and you've read about but you're not sure what they are. The first word is dimensional and the second word is antenna. Now, as a scholarly wizard, you've heard about these in certain books, but you don't really know exactly what they are. You know dimensions is the theory of the other planes.
Right.
And you know an antenna is some sort of like tower. In your culture, that's a conduit for magic.
Okay.
but you've never heard them used together like this, and you're unsure of the translation.
Okay.
And then he sort of shakes his head and comes around and looks at you like nothing's happened.
Okay. Stand here a minute, Gop. I'm just going to go and talk to my friends here.
That's fine. We should enter the tower and check it out.
We should do. Let me just ask my friends, because it's a bit of a big ask to go in there not knowing much.
Okay.
So I leave them there. I walk over to these guys. Some kind of dimensional antenna is what he told me, but he didn't give me any details about what might be through there.
As non-magicians, that's borderline gibberish to you.
Okay, so
Cool.
it's
Can
a kind
we
of a cool
decapitate it?
thing that takes you into another place.
Sweet. Is
Can
he
we
going to pay
decapitate it?
us?
We can't decapitate it, but there might be stuff to decapitate within it. You might be able to decapitate stuff multi-dimensionally.
Now, Gop has made me feel bad about decapitating things.
Don't
No,
feel
that's
bad
your-
about decapitating things.
No.
That's
It's
your most
okay.
endearing character trait
Okay.
is your decapitation skills.
And also, I don't like secretive scholars. They're kind of a pain in the ass.
Can we decapitate him?
Hey, whoa.
Just
whoa,
try.
Whoa.
Try. Okay, I think we're going to go through, but I go and ask Gop if he's going to come with us.
You are formidable elite rangers, as Mr. Bjorn has mentioned. And I tell you what, you go in, I'll bring up the rear. Because I don't want to get murdered, and I am but an old man. But yes, let's enter. You know what? I know I'm being cagey about my knowledge and my books, but I've shown you the entrance, right? I'm happy to let you go in there and also research and reap the rewards, so please don't mistrust me. Let's. I like Master Onas. Let's do this.
So just Bjorn, what were you fiddling about with over there? What did you find?
There's nothing. It looks like the body was stripped.
Oh, there's a body.
Oh, yeah, that's a body. That's an anti-theophanite body.
Gop, you know anything about that body?
What body?
Bjorn?
I feel like someone should bring up the rear besides Gop. Maybe have him as second to the rear or something. Just to protect you, Gop, because you never know what might try to come at you from the behind.
No. You go first. What? Oh my! A dead body.
Yeah, there's a dead body that you obviously didn't notice before.
I didn't notice that before. No.
I am more and more convinced that someone should bring up the rear besides
This
Gop.
feels a bit like that famous children's play Scooby-Doo that we all watched in the theatres.
Yeah, Scoobieth, Doobieth.
The one about the talking wolf.
No, the one about the talking pony.
Yeah. Well, unless anyone wants
Should
to
we
try
pull
and
on
unmask...
Gop's skin?
Yeah, unless anyone wants to try and unmask Gop, I think we should just go in. And I think he can't do anything if we insist on Seyda bringing up the rear, because you can just grab him by the scruff of his neck and push him in
That's
front of
true.
you if you want.
And I promise not to decapitate him.
Yeah. All right, let's do that then. Who's going in first?
Look, guys. Please don't threaten me. I am but an old scholar. You guys go in. I'm getting nervous now. I'm sorry. I don't trust that
Wait.
woman not to decapitate me.
What happens if we threaten you? Are you threatening us with us threatening you?
You threaten me, I'm going to cry. I'm but an old, aged man.
Oh, that doesn't really matter. Just
How
grab him by
about-
the scruff of his neck then.
How about if our other friend brings up the rear? Our other beautiful lady friend.
I've changed my mind. You can go in. I'm not going in. Yeah, I don't feel safe with you guys.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
By the way,
This
DM
guy checks
says,
out.
if and when you enter for reals, what's the marching order in case of narrower corridors?
Yes.
Just tell me now. Who's first?
Seyda.
Am I going first?
Yeah,
Or
go
am
ahead.
I going last?
I think you
I
should go
don't-
first.
Okay.
Then?
All right, I'll go after her.
Maybe you should bring up the rear.
Oh, possibly.
And
Okay.
keep one of us at either end.
I better
Sure,
go
sure.
in the middle near Bjorn so I can save him if he freaks
Well,
out.
you go second,
I'll go second.
and I'll go third because that's the sneakiest. That's the sneakiest number.
Now, in a non-action situation or a non-tight space, you can be fluid with this. Like, you can just say Bjorn scouts or Hjani takes the lead. It's fine. This is in case you're surprised or you're in a narrow corridor, so I know what you are as a default position. You are still standing next to Onas. You can all see this door.
But he's getting, I don't know, this scholar guy's a little suspicious.
He's standing next to you.
Am I allowed to, do you guys mind if I just like punch him around a little bit, see what's up with this dude?
What?
Just, like shake him like from the feet up, see what falls out, because, he's telling us to go into a random hole. Like where
The hole that we
crazy,
were looking for. I think
yeah,
he's
but
on the
crazy
level.
stuff. What? Look, this is my decision.
Then do
it.
Fine. I just push Gop around a little bit. I use my intimidate check.
Okay, it's a opposed check.
Sorry, Gup. Once she puts her mind to something, I'm not going to stop her.
Bjorn, help! Okay, so what's your intimidate skill, Hjani?
It's a +4.
So roll the dice and add 4, and tell me the number.
All right. 8 + 4, 12.
So Gop has to beat 12 not to be intimidated. But you did declare you're physically slapping him around. So let me roll this and then tell you what happens. Okay. He holds his hands up and says, "Wait, I'm a small old man." You open hand slap him around the face. But here's what happens. Because you're a highly skilled, super strong elite ranger, it like echoes through, like there's a slap and it connects so perfectly throughout all. Just imagine the scene. The cold, dark, cavernous forest, the stillness and chill of the air, the dark recesses between the trunks. You just hear that slap like disappear down there. You wait, and then the echo like comes back.
The slap heard around the world.
A tree full of crows flies off into the distance.
Yeah, and like literally, he immediately goes red in the eyes, bursts into tears, and goes onto his knees like sobbing. And then you successfully lean over him and start threatening to murder him, intimidating the shit out of him. He cries more. He puts his hands over his ears and goes, "Save me! Why me? Oh my God, I'm going to meet my end in this cold, dark place. Oh."
Well,
and then,
Hjani, what do you want to know?
wait, and then finally, she literally kicks him in the ass and tells him to shut up, and he goes into the fetal position. Scene in.
I
jeez.
go and I pat him on his. I'm so sorry, Gop. We've been fighting a lot of people, and I feel really bad. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to decapitate you.
I don't want to know anything. I just want him to go in with us, considering he was the one who was asking us to go in with him. Look, I'm just saying, as a person who does these things, if you're a scholar of this, first of all, you can be useful to us, assuming that you actually have some information as we go in.
Not in the face.
Yes. And second of all, like, just stop being such a bitch. Jesus. Jesus.
Also, Gop, I think your best bet is to come with us because there's a bunch of hobgoblins and anti-theophanists.
That we just killed.
Yeah, but there's a
Master
bunch
Onas,
more.
not you too.
There's a bunch more who could come here at any second. Your best bet is to hide with us inside this gate that only we know the existence of.
Look, consider this tough love. All right? I just want you to be... Like, stop being such an annoying
very
scholar.
carefully try and pat him with my giant barbarian hands very gently.
He pulls himself to his feet, takes a big sniff, pats himself down, and he tries to run for it. He just goes headlong into the forest and starts running. Any actions?
You better
So,
chase
okay,
after
can
him.
I just grab him by the scruff?
You can state an action. Don't ask me a question.
I grab him by the scruff.
Okay, we're doing an opposed check. What's your dexterity bonus?
My dexterity bonus is +5.
Okay, he rolls an unadjusted roll of 8, so you just have to beat 8 to do that.
9 + 5. Oh, 6 + 5? That's all right. That's still
Okay,
beats
he
it.
tries to run off. You take 2 quick steps, grab the scruff of his neck. His legs go out in the sort of frozen ground beneath him, and you sort of drag him back, and he starts crying again.
All right, that's fine. You know what? I was supposed to do beer anyways. Let's go.
So you're bringing him.
dragging him? You're bringing him.
Yeah, I'm
through?
dragging him.
Okay.
There's no way I'm going out without the scholar who
Do you want
knows
to
about
gag
this
the guy
thing.
first? So he
No, it doesn't matter. What's he gonna do?
Well, there might be things we don't want to.
Yeah,
alert
well,
us to.
he's in as much danger as we are now.
So,
I feel
Hjani,
really
you're
bad.
going to put him like in front of you and between you and Bjorn,
Yes.
right?
By the scruff. I'm just gonna grab him by the scruff, and I guess I'm gonna have to put out my longsword.
You've been
because-
spending too much time around that princess.
You know what? I did manage to get a sword that's like her sister's, so you never know. You never know what that means.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
With Gop in tow or in front, you enter. So here we go. Does anyone have any paper for making basic maps or notes or anything?
There's a load here.
We're going to try not to like overdo all the exact details and measurements, but as long as you have a rough idea of where you're going. You have entered a long, straight hall, wide enough to stand 6 people shoulder to shoulder, and with a ceiling over twice your height. The air is cold and dank, and there is no natural light. The walls are grey granite and covered in faded murals. At the base of the walls are shallow gutters. Every couple of feet you see a fist-sized hole at ground level with a trickle of water emerging. The hall stretches away into darkness.
So how far can we see? Sorry, what's our visibility?
Yeah.
At the moment, you just have the dim light from outside, from the barely lit outside,
Okay.
showing you the first couple of feet of this hall.
Right. In that case,
Who has dark vision?
I think everyone has low light vision.
Yeah, I've got low light vision.
I
Low
don't.
light vision. So
Is that
Seyda
the
can
same?
hardly
Us
see
half
anything, and you can
elves.
see about 20 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Well,
Wait, up front, who has a torch? Anybody? I do. I've got.
I think
I
I
think
have
we
torches.
all took torches. I also have a light, like a
Do
gas
we
light.
do we want to light a torch, or is it going to blow out your dark vision?
No, it won't.
No?
That'll be fine.
Okay.
So I've got a torch. Would you like to take it?
I've got a torch. I'll light one of the torches.
I light my other torch.
So, if I heard correctly, Bjorn lights a torch.
Yes, I do.
You do that. Your torch will last 1 hour, which is like 6 turns non-combat time. And a torch lights 20 feet in front of you clear, and a total of 40 feet, which dimly. So up to 40 feet away.
Okay.
And the DM is just looking through his notes quickly. And while he does that, what do Hjani and Seyda whisper to each other now they have entered this dark, dank corridor?
I feel really bad about the scholar.
He's another elf. They're just annoying. I know my people. Come on.
Yes, you guys are annoying, but we didn't need to beat him up.
I didn't beat him up. I slapped him in the face. That's okay.
Yeah, but we're really big and he's tiny.
He still deserved a slap in the face.
Okay.
And we're back, and he's human.
Yeah.
Never mind. Then he definitely deserved a slap in the face.
You have lit the torch, a 40-foot section of this sort of like, I mean, it's like a corridor, but just upsized, essentially, stretching out in front of you, and it just continues out of the range of your light.
Okay. I want to start moving forward.
Yeah.
Let's
all go
step on
forward.
forward, guys.
We're doing it.
We walk.
Okay. You walk on. This hall seems to go on quite far. You walk another 40 feet down the hall, and the light still hasn't illuminated the end yet. So you're looking down the hall to the 80-foot point, and you're still not there. Now, suddenly, a strange scratching noise echoes all around. Next comes shrill, squeaking calls. The floor up ahead, where the light fades, seems to be shifting and moving now. Looking down at the holes by the gutters, you see long black rats come flopping out faster and faster. Then it comes into view. A swarm of rats that fills the floor completely is sweeping towards you along the corridor.
Squeaky ponies.
Rats.
And we're going to have to roll initiative to see if you get an action. There are, you estimate, between 300 and 500 exceptionally sewer-smelling terrible rats, a whole swarm of them flooding down towards you suddenly. I'm going to roll for them, unadjusted. They get a natural 1. So only a natural 1 would result in no action first. Onas.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
13.
Seyda.
14.
Bjorn.
19.
Hjani.
18.
Okay, so all of you can have an action before the rat swarm reaches you. Starting with Onas.
I'm going to stand as close to the side of the wall as I can and just spread myself against
You
the wall.
do that. Seyda.
I am going to slash at some of them with my greatsword.
So take out your greatsword and slash away. Bjorn.
I frantically wave my torch at my feet.
Use your torch. Good call. Hjani.
I also kind of get into a lower position with my longsword ready to do a great sweep.
What about Gop?
He's right behind me, but we're pretty far in here now. Is he really going to run out?
We'll see. So, suddenly the rat swarm is all around you, and hundreds of rats are like trying to crawl over you. It smells disgusting. You're being overcome with almost nausea, and they're just all over you, biting you all the time. And here's how this works. You're going to get first attack, but every round that a rat swarm is around you, you first have to make a saving throw to not be overcome and nauseated to have an action. And also, you take some damage just per round for being just bitten to shit. But you're going to get an action first. Who knows? Maybe you'll do enough damage to overcome it before anything even happens. We'll find out. So Onas, who got flat against the wall, just gets engulfed by hundreds of rats, crawling all over his body. And Weasley Crusher, your stoat, is sitting on top of your head,
Oh, yeah.
keeping above water,
Oh, yeah.
to
He's not getting
speak.
into this.
So we'll start with. So we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Seyda, as you are engulfed by rats, you swing a bladed greatsword, a slashing and piercing weapon, which, by the way, is going to give you -4 to hit and half damage against a swarm.
Oh, hooray.
So what is your your adjusted bonus on your sword? then?
-4.
Yeah, take 4 off whatever your normal bonus is.
My normal bonus is +7, so 7 minus 4 is 3.
And the sort of AC is 14, so...
Okay. So I now have a +3.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, you just swing your sword at the oncoming rat swarm, fail to sort of hit any of them, and they just engulf your body.
Oh no.
Now, Bjorn has fire. So you get no penalties, you get a +4. So it's your strength, your base attack, and +4.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm just gonna. I keep.
What's your base attack?
Base attack is 3.
What's your strength bonus?
Nothing.
And +4, 7. So you got +7 to hit AC 14 and double damage with your torch. So first of all, roll to hit.
It's 19.
Plus 7.
Sorry, that was 7. So that's 26.
26. Roll 1d6 times 2 as you just set a bunch of rats on fire and keep them at bay.
That's 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 points of damage on the rat swarm. So you really do some damage and burn them to much shrieking, although they're all going up your trousers and all over your back at this moment. Hjani, -4 total.
So it will become a +4 because my attack bonus was +8.
Okay, AC 14.
7 + 4. Oh no! 11.
So you again swing your sword around to no avail as rats crawl all over your body. Now, everyone roll 1d6, and that's how much bite damage you take as you are engulfed and bitten by hundreds of rats.
6.
You go ahead. 4. I got 5.
Okay, so you are all bitten severely by just rats all over you.
This is horrible.
And then you're underground in a rat swarm. Now, unfortunately, you also have to make a DC 12 fortitude save to not get disease from them. So let's start. let's start with Onas. Onas, what's your fortitude save?
Hang on,
number?
where's this disease exactly gonna go?
You won't know until
Okay.
it manifests itself.
My like many diseases. My fortitude save total is 3.
So you have to beat 12, and you've got 12 or equal, and you've got +3.
And sorry, what am I using to do this?
A D20.
A D20.
As usual, you just got to beat the number.
Okay, sorry.
But that's your bonus. So you got a +4. You got to get 12 or equal.
Okay. I got a 2, so damn.
Okay, so I'm just going to make a note next to you, Onas. Infected.
My medical records.
Seyda, what's your fortitude
My
save?
fortitude save is 6.
Okay, so roll the dice, add 6, 12 or equal.
6 + 6 is 12.
Yay!
Okay, you're going to be okay. Bjorn.
My fortitude bonus is 1.
Okay, you're going to
Where's
get
the 12?
the 20, but you got to get 12 or more.
Oh, okay. So fortitude bonus is 1. That's a 15, 16 total.
And Hjani, what's your...
Oh, sorry. My fortitude save is +4. I just rolled a 13, so that's 17.
Okay, so only Onas with his weak scholarly immune system.
I've been ratted out.
That's right. Now, it's the beginning of your actions, but in order to act, you have to, and I made a note for myself here, it's called distraction. At the start of each round in a swarm, DC 12 fort check to not be nauseated and miss a turn. So it's the same roll again.
This is so horrible.
Yeah.
Onas, go. Again, state your bonus and make the roll.
Okay, fortitude again?
Yep.
Okay, fortitude total is 3.
Okay, go. Does Onas get an action?
I rolled 20.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Seyda.
I roll a 4, plus my fortitude save is 6.
Yeah, so you are nauseated,
Oh.
bleeding, and overwhelmed by the stench of rats, and you will miss... you are literally... Like, Seyda's literally disappeared. She looks like a walking sort of like a rat statue right now.
Rat you.
Yeah.
All right. Fortitude save is +1. All right. Ah, come on. 5, 6.
You're also totally covered in rats and being bitten, and you're just basically trying to frantically smack them off yourself right now with a torch in hand.
Okay, +4. 9 + 4, 13.
You make it. So, Onas and Hjani get an action, starting with Onas.
Okay, this has gone far enough. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere, and I'm going to do some... I did some... what did I do? Wolf bowling last time. I'm going to play Rat Skittles this time.
Unfortunately, you are currently covered in rats, so you'll need to make a concentration skill check to pull this off.
Oh, well, just so happens I have a pretty good concentration skill modifier of 7, so what do I need to roll?
You need to beat 12.
I need to beat 12, so with my
12 or above, you got
Okay.
plus 7.
Wow. Okay, I rolled an 18, so I scored hella shit cool.
Yeah, so your rats are swarming all over your body. You're getting bitten, you feel nauseated, but you're just using your magical prowess and skill of concentration. You just find that place. You're not. You can't even feel the rats on you anymore. And in front of you, on the floor, a large ball of fire starts to manifest, sending the rats scurrying away. And roll the first amount of damage roll, because it's just there right in the middle.
Okay, damage on... I should have written this down last time. I didn't. Damage on the flaming sphere. I have forgotten, Louis.
So here's the thing. While I look that up again, what is Bjorn saying to himself as he's overrun and nauseated by rats?
This is really terrible. Yeah, I am covered in rats. I'm wearing a rat suit.
Rats. Rats.
In the dark of hall, I become Ratman.
Rats. Rats. Rats.
Keep going.
Oh, rats again.
Rats. Lots of rats.
I get the feeling that flaming sphere that I see at the corner of my panicking eye is burning, 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 much like it will be
I
when
know we're in
Onas
your
pees
internal
from here
monologue
on
now,
out.
but I hope none of those rats were on fire, the ones that went up your trouser leg earlier.
And we're back. It says a burning globe of fire rolls in whichever direction you point and burns those it strikes. It moves 30 feet around. If it enters a space of a creature, it stops moving and deals 2d6 points of fire damage, and the duration is 1 round per level, so you get to 4 strikes with it.
Yep.
So roll 2d6.
2d6, and I'm obviously sending it in the direction of the rat swarm.
Yeah, it's in the center of it.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, well, I rolled 12 on 2d6. Again, hella shit cool.
So now we get to Hjani.
All right, I try to swing with my longsword again. It was +4 then, with it's +8 -4, right?
Yep.
9 + 4, 13.
And the AC of the rat swarm is 14.
Oh, gosh.
Again, you hack and slash, hitting a couple of rats, but not really making a
Bunting.
a
I'm
dent
bunting
on
rats.
them. Now, here's the thing. You have the flaming spheres decimating them and sending them running within 1 hit point of their total. So I'm going to give Onas a check to see, can he just finish them off before you all take another round of biting.
Okay.
So, Onas,
What do I do?
you're going to have to make another concentration check against DC 15. If you succeed, you manage to just expand and roll that ball a little bit more and deal the final blow before another round of biting and disease hits the party. So you have to beat 15, you got +7.
All right. Underneath this ratty carpet of pain, I am actually going to be really pissed if he saves us all again.
Here we go. I rolled the light's shining off at 4 +7, 11.
Not quick enough. So, in that case, everyone roll 1d6 and take that amount of bite damage.
Hope you're happy now, Bjorn.
4.
1.
3.
4.
And everyone apart from Onas roll a DC 12 fortitude save against disease. Hjani,
11 + 4.
you're fine. Bjorn,
20.
no problem. You're hardy.
4 + 6.
Okay, let me just write a symbol next to the...
Oh.
Hey guys, this is kind of a scurry situation.
Was that scurvy?
No,
Scurvy?
Scurry. It's scurry.
Oh,
Scary,
you're
scary, scary. That was awesome.
No,
Shut up.
apparently not.
Okay, now, we come back round to Onas, but in order to keep this spell, you can't be distracted again, so you're
Right.
going to have to make the DC 12 concentration for
Okay.
those bites not to break your spell.
Okay,
With
here
+7.
goes. So I'm rolling. I roll 7 +7, 14.
Onas, despite being bitten all over his body, holds his concentration like a Zen master, rolls that ball right down the hall, and decimates and scatters the rest of the rat swarm, and the surviving ones disappear into all those little holes above the gutters again. It has been dispersed.
Yeah. Balls to the halls.
Oh, that was so gross.
You didn't get... I'm feeling a little bit
I think I'm
peaky.
sick.
I feel kind
I
of
think
ill.
I'm really sick.
It
I've got-
wasn't mice to eat any of them.
Now I'm really sick.
Yeah, should we all do a nausea check again?
You mean that would have to be a DC 20 save against nauseating puns? I thought that was awesome.
Is
as a
there like
reaction.
a
I like
forced-
it.
I'm sorry, I don't know what about it. These rats made me feel so cheesy.
Is there a forced joke roll we could do?
That's 3 potential titles coming out there. Come on, guys, catch up. Hjani is
Come on,
killing it.
don't tell the listener how the sausage is made.
I'll edit that. And you. I edit everything you say that's meta. Okay, so talking of meta talk, rounding up to the 100, 200 points each for that rat swarm defeat.
Oh, well, that was worth it.
200 points each.
And I'm going to ask Onas to roll or flip a d4, please.
Roll or flip a d4.
Yeah.
This is your extra XP, bro.
Is this a d4 here, this triangular
We'll find out what it is in the moment when you flip it. Yes.
one? Okay, I have flipped a 2, I believe.
Make a note somewhere, and I'll make it too. In 2 days' time, your symptoms will start to show that you are unaware of right now. You don't even
Okay.
know your disease, but we have to work this out now. 2 days, Onas. Seyda, flip a d4
Making
for your incubation period.
Oh, lovely. 1.
1 game day. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. You should make a note too.
Okay, yeah, I've made that.
So you all stink of sewage, corpses, and you've got tons of tiny bites and cuts all over your bodies, but it is gone.
How's Gop doing?
You don't see him looking around. He legged it.
Stinky little rat. That wasn't a pun. I just
Oh,
think
okay,
he's
good.
Like,
I was just waiting for the
he's just a
punchline.
terrible person.
All right, guys. Shit.
That was terrible.
That was awful.
That was the worst thing. That was the worst thing that's ever happened to us.
It would probably take you all of 20 seconds in game time to go back and see where he went.
Yeah, I take my torch and I go back to the door. I want to see where Gop is.
After a brief sort of stride, as you stride down the hall using your torch, you start to feel odd as you realize you're not reaching a point where light is shining. And when you get back to where the door was, it's like a solid wall as if no door was ever there. Only Bjorn is seeing this right now.
Fuck! 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 The door's disappeared, hasn't it?
Sounds like it.
This is the second worst thing that's ever happened to us.
We should have seen this coming. Jeez. All right, let's go forward because
Somebody did.
Anywhere's going to be better than this.
I come back to the group and tell them that I see
Tell them,
no-
please tell them. Don't say I'm going to tell.
Well,
Do
we
it.
heard. We guessed.
Yeah, I'm catching you up. No, the Gop's gone and the door is gone.
Yeah.
I hope that it's like the door, like the way we got in, we just have to find the exact spot to stand on, or there's a way out as we go through.
Did you try looking to see if there's an exact spot? to
No, I was
stand?
alone. We could all go back right now.
I don't think
Let's
we should even bother, to be honest.
No,
No, I
keep
just
on
want to.
going
I want to move forward. I want to keep going forward after I take my potion of Cure Light Wound, which I glug do now.
Which is
1d8 plus 1.
and re-roll ones.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 1. I really need this. That's 5 plus 1. That's a 6.
You get 6 hit points back magically.
I also drink my potion of Cure Light Wounds because I'm feeling kind of ratty. That's
Boo.
a 7 plus 1.
8 points back.
Do you have a potion, Hjani?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to also drink it. And it's also a 6 plus 1.
7 points back.
Looks like I'm shit all out of potions.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have said something.
I'd like to know where you got the potion.
What do you mean? We all got
Actually,
a
we
potion.
don't have any more. Did we?
sorry,
We just hightailed it out of town with that.
Why do we do that all the time? We don't. Someone needs to be in charge of shopping. We need to draw up a chore list.
I still have some of that healing root.
You are standing in the corridor. The rat swarm has dissipated. Bjorn has just arrived back and told you of the missing door
And Gop.
and Gop, and here you are.
Told you that guy sucked.
Yep. Well, let's go onwards. We
Yeah.
go onwards in our formation that we.
Okay,
formation.
about 50 feet more down this really long hall going into the depths of the monolith, the hallway ends and you emerge into a large space. The room extends beyond the scope of your light. It must be big. The wall beside you runs north and south for about 20 feet before turning inwards on a diagonal, suggesting that this is a huge octagonal hall. Looking up, you see the ceiling curving into a high dome, although you can only see a small section of it. There are large strands of webbing up there. In among the strands seem to be large hanging sacks of dirty silk like oversized cocoons.
Oh man, we got from rats to spiders. Ugh.